Big thanks to all the members for directly supporting my content here on the platform. And remember, if you want to support as well, the missile knows where the join button is at all times. Hello pilots, how's it going? I'm doing great. Today I'm going to show you how well the J11B has matured over time since its release. I won't go too deep into introducing the jet because I've already done that in past videos, so if you really like this plane, it's worth checking those out. To sum it up, the jet is super complete. Even its weakest aspects won't let you down. The missiles aren't OP, but they're strong. The battle rating decompression has been amazing for this jet, and it performs well no matter the matchmaking. I'll show you all of that throughout the video, so stick around. Now for my positioning plan. I'm going to play a bit more aggressively than usual because the jet allows me to play that way. I don't think firing under these conditions is really worth it. I couldn't fire under better circumstances, so there's no reason to take big risks. My RWR was already screaming, so I'm just gonna go cold. It might not look like it, but my team is about to get absolutely eaten alive by a bunch of Rafales and enemies coming back high, so I kinda need to be ready to do my part, and fast. Everything seems calm, but to make sure I don't end up dying to some unspotted F-22 in front of me, I'll keep pushing perpendicular and in a way that my team can back me up if needed. I'm going to try to finish this guy off to make sure no one dies to a Sukhoi spinning around. Remember what I said about taking a position to cooperate with the team? Watch what's going to happen to these two guys who got tunnel vision on me. They had enough time and positioning to deal with me and plenty of others on my team, but that's not going to happen. They could have spread out to ease some of the pressure they were under, could have played more defensively, but they chose to push and play in a way that made counterattacks and their own defense much harder. Now, this is what they're gonna get. For the second match, I spawned a bit late waiting for my packet loss to drop. My team is slightly ahead and spread out across aggressive, defensive, and passive lines, so I can keep playing a similar game to the last one. I can even fly a bit higher to give the enemy team more time to push. Letting the enemy advance isn't always a bad choice, so let's see if it works out for me this time. This time, even though my missile has a low chance of taking out that target, it's worth firing because no ally is stopping his push. I think I'll still be around here in 2 or 3 minutes, and I don't want him flying above me at that altitude and speed. I did my part in that wave, and now, out of common sense, I can't just turn around to fire more missiles. I need to reposition. The J11 isn't like the Su-27SM that handles 2 or 3 enemies pushing you at the same time. Its missiles need a bit more space to work properly. Even though it looks like I'm about to die here, I can easily bleed the missile's energy, so all I gotta do is smile and wave. Now the second wave of my team, which was playing more defensively, is getting into action, and I need to play with them if I want to get more frags. That Rafale was in a perfect flanking position to mess up my teammates. Unfortunately for him, Karma showed up, and I was there to cancel his entire positioning. Now there are some enemies further out, so I'll check back in when I get there. That F-14 pinging on my RWR with my current position and speed gave me a bit of a scare, especially since I didn't know if it was carrying Fakurs or not, so you can never be too careful dealing with it, including playing a bit more defensively before going on the offensive. Of course, you don't always need to play aggressively in the J11. Personally, I spend most of my time playing defensively with it because how you start your positioning depends a lot on the circumstances of your match, map, team, and all that. And that's exactly what I had to do in this match. My whole team played passive or defensive, so I had to stick with them. Not to say everyone played defense, 2 or 3 people yeeted themselves into the middle of the map trying to play aggressive one versus everyone. Now once again, I have to play like I'm dealing with a wave from Plants vs. Zombies since we're already at a heavy disadvantage. Those who play purely defensively are always one step behind, and that's exactly the case with my team. I help my team hold off the attacks initially, but the worst is still to come, so it's important that I maintain altitude and keep the right distance from the enemies. This one didn't even give me room to breathe. Wherever I tried to defend, there was an enemy right in front of me. Alright, to wrap things up, I don't want to drag this out too much. Simply put, the Jet is really good, super well-rounded. You can get great results in up-tier matches, and in down-tier, you're just a powerhouse. To back up what I'm saying, stick around for the last match, which was honestly a lot of fun for me to play. Stay with me until the end, where I'll say goodbye to you all. Just a reminder, the last match is always dedicated to those who enjoy watching, so there are no cuts, no explanations, nothing. Just sit back and enjoy. Alright folks, that's all for today. Hope you liked it. Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Tell me down in the comments. Your feedback is super important to me. The video ends, but the chat stays. Karma out.